This conference will now be recorded.
Right. So we have a keyword called this keyword, right? It's a special keyword from a Java, right? So always this refers to what current class members. This keyword we can use for to call current class variables or methods. So you can call a method into another method using this keyword, or else you can update global variables using local variables, right? Already we have seen the example, right? And super keyword what team super keyword is always equal to super in the sense parent class number. To call a parent class methods or parent class variables inside a child class, we can use a super keyword, super dot, right? And what are the key points you have to remember team? The first thing here, either super keyword or this keyword, you have to use it on a method starting line, first line of your method. Whether if you want, you can use this keyword or super keyword, but that should be first line of your method. And one more key point you have to remember team, so either this keyword or super keyword you cannot use inside static methods team. Inside static method you cannot use, either it could be a this keyword or super keyword, right? And so return statement, where we have to maintain return statement team, method ending point, right? So these are super keyword that should be first line of your method, and inside a static method that's not possible. And so this keyword super keyword, this keyword for a current class members, super keyword for parent class members, right? And so we discuss about abstraction. What is meant by abstraction team? So the meaning of abstraction is hiding. What we are hiding here? So before that, we discuss about first of all what is an abstract keyword, where we can use. Where we can use for abstract keyword team. First of all, if you use abstract keyword, so first of all you can use abstract keyword for a method, right? So what is the syntax of method team? Public void, let's say my method name is test method. You can give any name based on your requirement. This is my method, where you can give either you can give abstract keyword before a public or after public, no issues at all. So if you use an abstract keyword, so you will get an error for your method. Why? Abstract keyword, there is no method body. If you mention abstract keyword for a method, you should not maintain a method body, right? That should be without method body or method implementation, right? Now whenever you maintain abstract method inside a class, that class should act as an abstract class. Observe why I'm getting error here. Either this method should contain method body or make this class as a abstract class, make type test class as abstract test, right? So based on this abstract keyword, we can segregate classes into three testing. One is fully one is fully abstract class, right? One is the first one is fully implemented class, zero abstract methods. Other one is partially implemented class, at least one abstract method and implementation method. Fully abstract class, all are abstract methods, right? So if your class having at least one abstract method, that class should act as an abstract class. Clear? Inside a class, if you want, you can maintain abstract methods or unimplemented methods. Even you can maintain implementation method. Implementation nothing but method body, method with a body, where we are writing a source code team inside a method body, right? Can we write a source code inside abstract class, sorry, abstract method?
No, no.
We cannot write. So at least you cannot maintain a method body. Without method body, where you can write a source code? So abstract method is not useful to write a method body. Then what is this use case, right? And we'll let you know, right? And one more key point here you have to remember: can we create object for abstract classes?
No, we can't.
We cannot create object for a abstract classes. Then how we can call a method if there is a method inside a abstract class? right? Now, for that, we have to learn one more concept called interface, right? So it is just like interface is nothing but it is a template like a class. Already we have a class. Then what is the purpose of interface with another name, right? There is a special conditions to introduce this concept called interface. So as of now, consider interface is also just like a class, right? Then how to create an interface team, how we have created the class, same you can create interface here, right? So let me have here inside abstraction, right? Now let me remove this error. Now, if you want to create a class, how will you create team inside this package? Just right click, go to the new, taking a class. If you are taking a class template, so along with class template, observe here we have one more template. What is that? Interface, right? Now, so this time instead of class, I'm taking interface team. Interface, right? Same like a class. Here you can give any name. Observe starting with a uppercase again. So let's have int test. Observe. So if you create a class, you will get like this: public class class name, right? Public, already we know what is the public team. Access specifier. What is a class? To denote it's a class, we have a keyword called class in a Java, right? Now come to the interface. So public access specifier, instead of class we have a keyword called what team? Interface. This is a Java reserved keyword again. This is my interface name which I have given just now, right? So here this is the class template, this is the interface template. Now observe team, observe side by side. Right. So let me remove this stuff inside a class. Now this is my interface. Now I have a name called int test. So I have a class called A. Observe here. Now if I want to take abstract method in a class, in my class, how to take team? How to take an abstract method inside a class?
A public,
Abstract.
Public
Public.
abstract, void,
void return type,
method
method
name.
name. You can give anything. Let's say as of now, let me give m1 parentheses. Can I maintain a method body team here?
No, semicolon.
So we should. Can I maintain a method body here?
No,
No.
we can't.
No, you should not maintain a method body. End with
Have
semicolon.
one.
Why I'm getting error here?
Because class should be abstract. Class should also be abstract.
Class also we have to make it as abstract, or else. So you have to remove this keyword, abstract keyword, or else abstract method for. So you have to maintain method body. This is a normal method. Now I don't want to create a normal method. I have to create an abstract method, right? So if your class having at least one abstract method, that class should act as an abstract class. Now let me make it as an abstract method. Make type as an abstract. Now boss, so you are maintaining an abstract method in this class. This class should change to abstract class. How to change in? Just so same keyword you have to maintain here also, class level. Now my method is abstract method, my class is abstract class. Along with abstract class, along with abstract method, if you want, you can maintain implementation methods, right? So if you want, you can maintain implementation method, nothing but method with the body. Right? But can we execute this method as of now in this class? No, we cannot execute. We cannot create object for this class, right? Because it's an abstract class. For abstract classes, we cannot create object, right? Observe. Observe. See here, I'm not getting error for abstract method and implementation method. As of now, keep aside this one. Now, so in this class, abstract class, so I'm having only one abstract method. Now copy the same thing into here. Am I getting any error? Am I getting any error, team?
No.
Observe. So here, pay attention, team. Here, I'm removing this abstract keyword. Getting error. Inside abstract class, if you want, you can maintain abstract method, nothing but method without a body and abstract keyword. If you have an abstract keyword, no error. Or else, if you want to maintain without abstract keyword, you must provide a method body here. So how we have taken the methods? Let me have a one more method with body. Now observe here, public void m2 method. Now this is m2 having a method body, right? Now observe. So either you have to maintain abstract keyword like this, or else you have to maintain a method body like this, right? So without abstract keyword, here you will get error. Now coming to the interface, team. Coming to the interface. Now let me remove the method abstract keyword in my method syntax.
Yeah.
Not getting any error, right? So always remember, team, always remember the same thing. If you same syntax, if you take in a class level, here you will get error. Here what I'm trying to highlight here, so whether you mention or not mention, by default inside the interface, all the methods are abstract methods, whether you mention or not mention. So these method acting as an abstract method, team. Here interface is nothing but, it's not only just like a class, it is equals to fully abstract class. What the fully abstract class will have, team?
All abstract methods.
So all are abstract methods. All the methods are abstract methods. So inside interface, whatever the method you are taking, so those all the methods are abstract methods. There is no method body. If you are trying to take a method body, observe. For my last method, I am trying to take a method body. Or else, observe. So as of now, three methods, abstract methods. This is my interface. You can consider it's a fully abstract class. Now go to this one. Now anyway, this is an abstract class. So this is an abstract method, no issues. And inside abstract class, I can maintain abstract method or implementation method. Now I'm copying the same method with method body. Now here I'm not getting any error. Now going to my interface, observe here, I'm taking a method with the body, getting error, observe here. So change M2, don't consider the first two things, consider last one. Remove method body. What it is saying, team? Boss, it is an interface. You should not maintain a method body. Whatever method you are taking inside an interface, by default, those are public and abstract methods. Public in the sense you can maintain, you can access in anywhere. Abstract in the sense that method should not contain a method body or there is no any implementation. Here there is no difference for the first one, second one, and third one. Whether you mention or not mention, by default Java program consider these abstract methods. So inside interface, whatever you maintain a methods, those are all abstract methods or a method without a body. Clear, team?
Yeah.
Then what is the advantage of interface? Why we have to take this method without a body? And moreover, team, observe, this is my interface, right? Now even we cannot create object for interfaces also. Interface name object equals to new interface. Observe, cannot instantiate the type int test. Whatever you got for abstract class, so you'll get same thing for your interface. The first point here you have to remember it is, so by default, so all the methods in interface are abstract. Whether you mention abstract keyword or not, so that is not a mandatory. Here inside a class, abstract keyword is mandatory. Inside interface, it is not a mandatory, it's an optional. Whether you mention or not mention, by default program consider here there is a abstract keyword. Clear, team?
Yes.
Inside interface, abstract keyword is optional, right? And the next important point, so we cannot create an object for interface as like abstract class. Now why this abstract keyword, why this interface, right? Now let me show you. Right, I'll give you a simple example. Let's say I'm having a class called just like a Microsoft software. So I'm having a class called Word class. I'm having a class called Excel class. Now let's consider for creating a file in a new Word. So in Word class there is a method called public void create new Word or create new file. This is a function. So this will create what, team? To create a Word file. right? In Excel class, so we have a method same like, so there is a method called create, or there is a method called take new file, right? Now here we have a one more method for saving a file. There is a method called public void. Now the file name is, method name is for save. Here we have a save. So here we have a method for a saving file is store. What it will do, team? It will save Excel file. Now observe carefully. In my Word class, for creating a new file, what is the method, team? Create new file function. Right? In my Excel class, what is the function? Take new file. Right? In my Word file, for saving a file, what is the function we have to call? Save function. In my Excel class, for saving a file, what the method I have to call? Store. Altogether, the function is same. Forget about the file. So observe here what I can take in here. So my industry here. So the functionality is same. Forget about the file type. For creating a file, here in my Word class, I am calling a method called create new file. For creating an Excel file, in my Excel class, calling what? Take new file. But the internally, forget about the code internally. Function is same. Here taking a new file. Here taking a new file. And here also function is same. For save here I am calling a save. For save I am calling a store. Right? So my first intention is here I would like to maintain same function team. So observe and remember, whenever any project will start from the interface team. Right? Now observe here. If I take one interface, let's observe here. I'm taking a interface called MS Office. Right? So what the methods I can maintain in interface team?
Abstract.
Right. Now here let's say public void create. So this is the method, abstract method. Whether you mention or not mention, by default those are abstract method inside interface. Right? Now let's say for saving it, I am creating a method called save. Then so as of now, in inside interface, I can maintain only abstract methods. Then who is responsible to give the implementation for this method stream, abstract methods? So in order to give the implementation, here you can take a child classes, or technically we can call it as a implementation class. How we have made a relationship between two classes, same like you can maintain a relationship between interface and a class using a Java reserved keyword. The keyword is implements team. What is the keyword? Implements. Now this is the child class. Inside this child class, you can give the implementation for this method. Now let me have a same class team. Now observe. So here MS Office, right? My interface name. Now let me have a first class implementation class. Let's take a word here. This is my first child class of MS Office interface Word. Observe here. Now let me have a package. My package name. Now let me have I'm having interface called ms is observing finished. Now let me have a method. So public, what is the first method name? Create new file. Abstract, mandatory or non-mandatory?
Optional, not mandatory.
Optional, right? Now
Oh.
let me have one more method, save. Observe. Now as of now I'm having only one interface, MS Office. Now let me take my first class called word class team. Observe. So how we can make a relationship between interface and class team? There is a keyword called implements, right? How we have made relation between two classes? Same like implements, right? So what we can implement? We can implement the methods of MS Office. Observing. See, whenever I say my word class implements MS Office, here I'm getting error in my class level. Observing. What it is saying, team, add unimplemented methods. Boss, inside this MS Office interface, there are methods without implementation, without method body. Now your class is implementing this MS Office. Now as a programmer, you are responsible to give the code for these methods. Now go to this class, my word class implements MS Office. Now go to the cursor and take a first option, add unimplemented methods. So these methods, what are the methods we have in interface? Without method body, right? These are we are calling as abstract method or unimplemented method. Now observe here what the error it is showing, suggesting for this error, add unimplemented methods. Now click on add unimplemented methods. Now you will get a methods with a method body. And also annotation. What is this annotation, team?
Override.
There we have seen this annotation.
Method overriding.
Method overriding. So there we have seen example of method overriding between two classes. When we have to go for a overriding, team?
If we are not satisfied in for parents method, we have to implement new method in child.
If you are not satisfied with the parent class method implementation, just take a child class and override it. So overriding nothing but we are enhancing the same feature, or we are adding the functionality for existing method. Clear? And here also we are doing same. So just consider here this interface is same like a parent class. Inside my parent class, do we have any method body or any method or functionality here? No, right? So it is an interface. So we cannot maintain a method body. There is no method body, there is no method implementation. Then who have to give the method implementation? As a programmer, we have to give the implementation. Then inside interface, we cannot give the implementation. Obviously, we have to take the help of class. We can maintain, we can make a relationship between interface and class using the Java special keyword called implements. Whenever your class implements an interface, by default it will suggest you, boss, there are unimplemented methods inside this interface, so which you are implementing. So add unimplemented methods and give the enhancement here. Now here you have to provide code here. So here create, what the code you have to provide in here? Create new word file. Here, so this is the save function, right? Save Word file. Right now, so how to execute this create new file method, save file method team?
By creating object
Object of what?
child word
Exactly. Where I can create an object here.
for in main method.
So where I have to take main method?
We can take anywhere in the class.
I mean this in this interface or this class.
Class.
Okay. So here I'm taking a main method. Now, how to create an object team? How to create an object?
Child class name and
Class name.
reference.
So
Word.
what is my class name? Word.
Word.
Word
Reference.
equals to new
Word.
word. Right? Right. Now the word dot, observe here. Create new file. Now if you execute this one, it will create new word file. So after that, let's say how to save it. Word dot save. Clear?
Yeah.
So this is nothing great. Even if you don't have an interface also, you can do the same thing inside a class. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even we can do the same thing in a class, right? So what is the purpose of interface? The main purpose of interface, let's come to the picture. Now, let me have one more class here. Now here, my class name this time, so let me take Excel. Now observe it. So here, so earlier I have a word class. Now this time, let me have a class called Excel class. How to make relationship? How to make relationship team?
Implements for
Implements MS Office. Why I'm getting error?
we have to implement that method.
We have to take all unimplemented methods. Add an implemented method. Automatically, methods will come with method body. Here you have to provide your method implementation. Now, here what the code I have to implement? Create
new word file.
new Word file or Excel file.
Excel.
Excel, sorry. Yeah.
This is Excel, right? Here we have to
Yeah.
create new Excel file. Now here,
Save Excel file.
save Excel file. Now, how to execute these methods?
Yeah, by creating
Okay.
object.
So by creating object, can we create object for MS Office?
No interface.
Because it's an interface, right? We cannot create object.
Yeah.
Observe. It is accept. You have to create like this. Interface name, object name is called new interface name. This is not allowed. We cannot create object for a abstract class and interfaces. How we have to create? So always ground rule.
Child
Class
class.
name, object name equals to new class name. Right now, Excel dot create new file. Excel dot save. Now observe. By seeing this, are you getting anything, team? What type of inheritance I'm
Full.
giving clue again.
Hierarchy.
How many full you need?
So first of all, what are the types we have inheritance?
Single level,
Mhm.
multi-level, multiple, hybrid,
Okay.
and hierarchy.
Very good.
Hierarchy.
And the last one we discussed, hierarchy. One parent class. If you want, you can take any number of child class.
Multiple child classes.
Right? So there we have seen example in class level. This is in class and interface level team. So this is also just like a class. So I'm inheriting any number of classes from my parent interface. Right? Now observe here, observe carefully team here. See, whenever I say implements, here I'll get a method. So public void same method, create new file. There are even new file, right? Now here, what the code I am taking here, team, it will create new Word file. There's a one more method. What is that method? Public void save. Here it will save Word file. So here also I'm having same methods, but here code is what here? Observe carefully. My intention is I want to maintain a same method, but I'd like to give the different implementation. Getting?
Yeah.
So that end user may get not confused here. So always, so wherever you have a, whether it may be a Excel or a Word or a PowerPoint, whatever it may be, you will go for a file new, whether it may be an Excel file or a Word file or a PowerPoint file or a Paint file. Yes or no?
Yes.
So one class it is a create new file, another class take new file. So end user may get confused, and also he cannot remember the in which format I have to take a which option. Right? To avoid end user confusion here, we are coming with one solution, that is an interface, and always projects start from an interface. So inside interface, all the methods are abstract methods. Then who is responsible to give the implementation team? As a programmer, you have to take implementation class from that interface and give the implementation.
Yeah.
Clear, team?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? Now let me have one more example here. One more example. So I'm having a bank called RBI. So go any bank, team. So the functionalities are same, right? Or any ATM. Let's say you'll go for a Andhra Bank ATM. They'll ask you enter your PIN. So if you go for other ATM like SBI, so there also you have a function called enter PIN, right? So altogether, people will trying to give the user interface very friendly to understand and to avoid a confusion. So see, so take this example, same example. Here, if MS Office, here I'm taking a what function create and save. Now, as a user, so you need no need of a internal code. So you need only functionality. Here what? If you call or if you click on a create here inside a Word class, so that will create a new Word file. If you call a create method here, this will create new Excel file. As an end user, I'm not bothering about internal logic. As a programmer, that's your headache. What the code you have to maintain. As a user, I can understand only the functionalities. Here, what I'm trying to achieve here, highlighting the functionality, right? And so here, I'm trying to maintain a same method name with different implementation. Create file, if you call it from a Word class, it will create a new Word file. same create method, if I call from an Excel class, it will create a new Excel file. Here functionality name is common, internal logic is different. Clear, team?
Yes.
Same like a save file. If I call a save method from my Word class, what the file it will save, team? It will save Word file. If I call a save method from my Excel class, what it will save, team? It will save a Excel file, not a Word. Here what I am achieving here, I am achieving common function names here. Here I am achieving so common function names and different implementation here. The first advantage with interface is the first thing here. So we can give the different implementation for same methods. Let's have. So you would like to introduce one more class called Paint here, MS Paint. Now my class name here, Paint. How we can maintain a relationship, team? Same here. You have to use a keyword called what?
Implements.
Implements. Your class implements. Whenever you say implements, these two methods come with method body here. Here, what the logic you have to provide, team? So if you call this create method inside my PowerPoint, it will create new PPT presentation. It will say what? PP file.
PPT.
Hope you understand. So what is
Yeah.
my main intention? My main intention is I want to have a common functionality, common method names with different implementation. Let's have a next year. This is as of now. This is my let's in this project. So I have a 3 classes only, and next year I may have a one more class. So MS Office may come with one more new functionality. So for that class also, you can implement from this interface. You can have a same functionality name, but here you can change what? You can give a different implementation, different code. Clear, team?
Yes.
Yeah.
First thing is, so I would like to maintain same functionalities with different internal code. Here, my Word class to Paint class to Excel class. What's changing here, team?
Code is changing.
Method names not changing. Functional names are not changing. Internal code is changing. So that end user may not get confused. So if the end user is familiar with the word, he can also use a Paint. If end user is familiar with Excel, he can also use Word and Paint. Yes or no?
Yeah.
So obviously, so we are narrow down the end user difficulties. And coming to the next user, let's say what is the first user, team? Whenever you want to have common names
Different functionalities.
with different implementation. Right now, next thing. Now observe. See, already we know for a class how many ways we can create an object, team. How many ways we can create object for a class? Why are you thinking that much, team?
by parent
The first
reference
thing
or
is,
child reference.
first thing, it's self-reference. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Let's say here in this example, I have a class called B. So class name, object name equals to new class name, like this. Right? So if my B having a parent, right? So let's say parent called A. Here I'm giving a one parent relationship. So A is a parent of B. Now, how can I create object for this B class?
A class A object reference and new B
Right? So with
parent reference.
parent reference.
Yeah.
What is the parent class here?
A.
A class.
A, right? Now I can create object like this. Class name, object name is equal to here
B. Yeah.
B. For what class I am creating object? B class or A class?
B class.
Always remember after equals, after new keyword, what is the class name you're getting? For that class you're creating object, right? Now not before equals,
Yeah.
right? And also let's say here my class name is Excel team, right? Now here for my Excel class I can create object like this, class name, object name is called new class name with self class reference. So this is using self class reference. Also you can create object for Excel class using parent interface reference also. So instead of Excel here, so I can take what here? What is the parent of Excel? MS Office. So instead of self, you can take parent class or parent interface. Am I confusing, team?
No.
Just simple, team. Earlier we have a classes called. So let's say I'm having class A, class B. Let's say this is a class, this is a B class, right? So how to make relation between two classes, team?
Extends.
So using a keyword called extends, right? So here, if I say B extends A, what is a B? What is the A?
A is the parent class, B is the child class.
Right. For my B class, I can create object like this. B object name is equal to new of B. I'm creating. What is the inheritance ground rule, team? For which class we
Or
have to create object?
child class.
The child class.
Always child class. So if you create object for a child class, always you will get one advantage. What is that advantage? If you create object for child class, so that you can access, you have an accessibility of
Parent.
both parent and child. That's why always we have to refer to the child class, not a parent, right? And observe here, for my B class, I can also create object like this, parent interface, right? AB equals to new of B here. I'm creating object of B class with parent interface. Now here, observe the same thing. So apply the same thing here. For my Excel class, I'm creating object of Excel. Excel is called new Excel. There is nothing great. Now I can also create object of my Excel class like this thing. MS Office, right? So Excel equals to new Excel.
Yeah.
So earlier I have created an object of B class using a parent class reference. Now here I am creating object of my class using parent interface reference.
Yeah.
Simple, team. Just I am changing a parent instead of
Yeah.
class. I'm taking interface. Now observe
Interface.
here. Observe here. So if I create object like this, now you will get a one advantage team. Observe. If you move cursor to here, what it is saying team? What it is saying?
MS Office create new file. I mean interface.
So by observing this, you may understand. Okay, this method I am calling from. So this method return type is void. I am calling from this package, from this. It may be interface or class. We don't know. And this method. So if you want, forget about these things. So if you want, you can control click team. Observe here. If you control click, it's going from where?
Interface.
Interface.
Interface
Now,
method.
if you execute, what could be the output? Here, what the output you'll get?
Child class method will be executed.
Observe here.
Yeah.
By the time of calling, it is showing from interface, which is not having at least a method body. But execution time, it is executing from implementation class. Here, by seeing these two functions, what you can understand team as a user, you cannot see the internal code, but you have a ability to use this functionality.
Yeah.
As a user, as a programmer, what I'm trying to achieve here, I'm trying to achieve method hiding, method functionality, internally code I'm hiding. I'm allowing to user, what I'm allowing here, user, what user can do here, user can use these functionalities. If I create object like this, user can use these functionalities, but he cannot know from where it is executing, what it is executing, what is internal code. Here we are highlighting the functionalities, but we are hiding the implementation, and also allowing to end user to use these functionalities. So if you want, you can see like this. What? So it may execute from this interface. You don't know from where it is implementing. The first advantage is same functionality names with a different implementation. And the second advantage is highlighting the functionalities but hiding the implementation. And also allowing end user to use these functionalities and hiding the internal logic and internal code. Clear team?
Yeah.
This is how people will always start from any project team. So any project will always start with an interface, not from a class. Right? And the second, what we are achieving here, we can hide method implementation. That is what actual meaning of abstraction team. We are abstracting nothing but we are hiding the method implementation and highlighting the functionalities. By seeing this interface, people able to know what this interface can do, what this interface can provide the functionalities. Clear team?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, let's just practice these example teams. Let's say there is a interface called RBI. So this RBI is a parent of all banks, right? Now, let's have a class of SBI. Now, before that, so maintain few methods in RBI. like create an account. Right now, RBI is what? Interface or class?
Interface.
Right, create an account, delete an account. So you can maintain any number of functions, so which you commonly see in banking functionalities. Just try to maintain at least a 5 to 6 functionalities, and try to maintain a class stream. First one is SBI. These are the classes, right? And not take SBH, right? Now take SBM, State Bank of Mumbai, like this, right? So whenever you what the keyword you have to take here?
Implements.
Implements. Right now, so like this you can take any number of implementation classes team.
Okay.
Right now, let's say here I'm introducing one more method here, public void. Now this is delete file. Observe here, I'm saving here. Now whenever I save this delete file, now go to my MS Office Word file, getting error. Boss, again there are new functionalities added in your interface level. Now add the unimplemented method. Now observe here, this is a delete file, unimplemented method. Now the error gone. Now go to my Excel class. Again I'm getting error. Boss, there is again a new functionality added in your interface level. Now you have to provide implementation in this class. As of now, I do not, let's say I don't have, let's say, or else I don't need functionality as of now. Let's say you have taken this implementation class. So all together, how many functions we have here? 3 functionalities here. Now in my Excel class, how many functions? In my Word class, in my Word class, how many functionalities have given implementation? 2 functionalities. For remaining method, do you are providing implementation as of now? No, I'm not providing implementation for this. So if you want, you can leave it here, or else you can provide implementation. Or else, if you have a requirement, even for this Word class also, you can take one more child class. There you can provide an implementation. Or else, you can make an abstract class of this one. You can take one more child class. There you can override. It's altogether your wish. Generally, so any project start from the interface and take the implementation class. Clear, team?
Yes.
Now, class C extends B. Is this possible or not?
Yeah.
Say yes or no.
Yeah, possible.
Possible?
Yes.
Let me have a same here. C, class C, I'm saying extend B. Observe, class C, extend B. I'm taking same thing here. Let me have a class called C, right? No, here I'm saying what? Extends B. Why I'm getting error?
B class is not present actually.
Created.
You don't have a
B
B
class.
class.
B class. Here you have to know first of all what is a B. Without
Yeah.
knowing B, so we cannot say it's a possible. First of all, you have to know here what is a B. If B is a class, that's allowed. Observe, not getting error.
No.
If B is an interface, it is allowed.
No.
No.
Always in between class and interface. So you have to use the keyword called here. What we have to use?
Implements.
Implements. Observe. So for understanding purpose, let me have here. Now inside this interface, let's say public void add method. Let's say you use any method. Why I'm getting error?
Body. Method body should not be present.
Right. Observe. Why I'm getting error in C?
We should add an unimplemented method.
Add an implemented method. Now you will get a method body. So here you have to provide your code. Right now, so here B should be class. Right
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
class B. Class C extends B. Here B is a class. Hello?
Yes.
Hello. So I would like to maintain one more class. Yeah. Is this possible
No.
or not?
No.
Here B is a class. A is possible or not?
No. Not possible.
Why?
It is multiple inheritance. It is not possible.
Very good. So one class should not contain more than one parent. It is not possible because of
Ambiguity problem.
very good. So whenever your parent class having the same functions, same variables, by the time of calling to your child class, you will get a program get confused. That's why people are removed multiple inheritance from a Java, right? Now, let's say, so I have a class called A, like I have a interface called I. What the keyword I have to mention here?
Implements.
Implements. Very good. Implements I. Now I have a one more interface. So here my I is an interface, comma, I'll also have one more interface called G. Can I maintain like this I dot G?
Yes.
How? Let's see same example programmatically. Observe here. Let me remove this stuff. So let me have one more interface here. So B is an interface. Let me remove this method. Interface A, interface B implements A, comma B. So let me maintain public void test A. Public void test B. Inside my A interface, I'm having a method called test A. Inside my B interface, I'm having a method called test B. Observe. Add unimplemented method. C is a child class or implementation class. C is not only a implementation class of A, and it's also implementation class of B. A and B are interfaces. Can I say this is the multiple inheritance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So multiple inheritance possible in Java, but it is not in a class level. It is possible in interface level. Why it can be possible? Because of only one thing. Let's say, so if it is a class where the parent class having a implementation, so let's say, so when we will get error team, whenever you have a common methods in your parent classes, both parent classes, by the time of calling you will get issues. Here there is no any method implementation. So where you have to provide implementation, child classes.
Yeah.
Right. Here you are providing implementation. Then there is no issues. Multiple inheritance possible in Java, but where? In interface level. Clear, team?
Yeah.
Right. Now, one file you can maintain any number of classes, any number of interfaces. In one file, you can maintain any number of classes, any number of interfaces. Right. Now, this is my interface. So inside interface, you can maintain any number of abstract methods. You cannot maintain implemented methods. Clear? Right. So inside interface, if you want, you can take a class. No confusion, right?
Yeah.
Any confusion? Already we have seen the nested classes inside a class.
Yeah. Inner classes.
Inner class. So if you want, you can take one more class inside a class.
Yeah.
So D is inside inner class of C. So even if you want, you can take one more class inside a D. Same inside interface, if you want, you can take a class. Inside a class, if you want, you can take an interface. Let me summarize point. Inside a package, you can take any number of classes. Inside a class, you can take inner class. Inside a class, you can take a nested class. Inside a class, you can take an interface. Inside an interface, you can take a class. Clear?
Yeah.
And so you can maintain, always you can maintain a relationship between the two classes. One class can extend only one class at a time, right? But one class can implement any number of interface at a time. I'm repeating, one class can implement more than one interface at a time. Clear?
Yes.
Clear, team?
Yeah.
Now, for abstract classes and interfaces, we cannot create an object, right? And always we can create object for a class. For a class, we can create object with self-class reference or by using parent
It-
interface reference or and what are the advantages of interface, team? Always, so any project start from the interface. Why? So to maintain a common functionality names with a different implementation, and also will get method abstraction, nothing but logic
I-
hiding. So we what we are doing, team, we are highlighting the functionalities, but we are hiding the method implementation. Always people will prefer this way, team. Always people will prefer to create object this way using parent interface. Why? Here you can see from it will execute from here, but actually do we have any implementation in interface level?
No.
No, right? You don't know from which class it will execute, and also it is always depends upon the object creation. Observe here. Now, so here, if I call this create file method on top of where, on top of, observe here, same methods, instead of Excel, I am taking a Word. So observe, team, here my method name is not changing. So if I execute the here, so here what it will execute, from where it will execute, team? Line number 29.
From Excel.
From Excel. Line number 33.
From Word.
From Word. So here method execution is always depends upon a runtime object on top of which object you are calling. That's what matter.
Yeah.
Here I'm calling the same method, but object is different. Always method execution. Here also I'm creating with what? Using MS Office reference. Here also I'm creating what? Using MS Office reference. Here reference is not changing. Object is changing. Here Excel and this word here we are calling as a runtime object. It is not only a reference of MS Office. This Excel is the Excel keyword. So here why I am saying a reference? This is a reference to MS Office and this is the object of Excel. So if you call it as a runtime object, it is the runtime object of what? Excel class. And method execution is, so how we can say this method will execute from Excel? This Excel, the create new file method will always execute from where? Runtime object. Here the Excel I'm saying as not only a reference of MS Office, runtime object of Excel class. So if I ask you here, what is the output of 33 line? So what is the output of 33 line, team?
Word class method.
How can you able to say it's from word class?
By runtime object.
Always depends upon execution depends upon runtime object, but not a reference. Here you have to note down one more key point here. So method execution. depends on runtime object, not on reference. Clear, team?
Yes.
And that's what about interface. Please let me know if you have any questions.
No, I'm clear.
Ashwini,
Yeah, I'm good.
thank you, team. Let's practice this example so you will get a good understanding about interface, right? Try to execute with different methods using creating object with self-class reference or parent interface. Okay,
Okay.
thank you, team. We'll connect tomorrow, same time.
Okay.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you.